two linked lists. Given the head of two singly linked lists, head A and head B return the node at which the two lists intersect. If the two linked lists have no intersection at all, return null. For this question, I'm gonna use a iterative approach. I'm gonna first calculate the length of two input linked lists, and then I'm gonna find which one is longer, and I'm gonna move the head of the longer linked list forward until both linked lists are the same length, so they are at the same starting point. And then I'm gonna move both at the same time, and then at the end of the while loop, when both nodes are point to the same node, I will just return one of them node. So the only possibility will be if there is intersection, then the intersection will be returned, or if there are no intersection, then they both reach null, then I will also return null. Next, let's start coding. First, I'm gonna create a helper function. It will return integer. I will call getLength. Which will take a node and then give me the length of that linked list. So first create integer called count, initialize to 0, and then have while loop. So while input not equal to null, then I will update the node. So input equal input dot next, then count plus. At the end, I will return counter, and next I will, in the main function, I will create two integer. Where first one is the length of the linked list A will be getLength. Then I'll pass the head. The similar logic, I will calculate the B. Then after that, I will check, well, so if length A is less than length B, then we know length B is longer, so we want to move head B ahead. So head B equal head B dot next. After we move that, we can decrement the length. At the end, they will at the same starting point. And then similarly, well, if length B less than length A, then I know length is longer, so I will just update the length A. And then after that, I will have a third while loop. So while head A is not equal to head B, in that case, I will keep moving both one node a time at the same time. And if the while loop breaks, that means they both point to the same node. I will just return one of them, or return head A. If there's intersection, the intersection node will be returned. If they don't have intersection, then both are reaching the null. That means we can also just return null, like what question asked. And that's the code. And then lastly, the time complexity is of n, where n is the longer linked list from the input linked list, the longer one. And then the space complexity will be O of 1, because we only create a few integer variables which will use constant space. Next, let's test our code. of the naming. Next we pass the test.